Well, hello there, my darlings, and welcome back to another Design Me Devon, a series where I renovate some of your builds into something completely new. And today, we're going to be tackling an old church that was once a brewery. Can't say that word. And we're going to be renovating it into a restaurant, a very plush, modern, but with lots of older architecture. So there's the meeting of the two, my favorite. You know that by now. Also, new audio. I should sound crisp in your ear. And I'm just happy it's all fixed now. We can obviously continue on with all of the videos and stuff I've got planned now. Everything's done. Everything's fixed. I'm feeling it. It's a vibe. Nothing more needs to be said. What we're going to do now is head on over. I'm going to show you the build pre-renovation. We'll have a little look around. I'll talk you through what my ideas were and what I wanted to do. And then we'll go into this speed build format and renovate this place into a very plush restaurant using some custom content today too. Nothing more needs to be said. Let's flop on over and I'll show you around this build. You can use my code BUMPKIN at checkout on the EA app or at sims.com. I receive a small commission from your purchase and you greatly support me and the channel. Thank you so much. And so here we are, my darlings. This is the Old Church Brewery. I can't say that word. There's one word I cannot say. And this was done by the lovely Caramel Bell. And I just fell in love with it. I was like, oh, old ruin, we're going to be building something in this. And I just love how you put the pieces together. I really did. It got all of my creative juices flowing. And I like the story as well. So here we are. Clara and Elspeth, best friends and former residents of San Myshuno, recently moved to Windenburg for a quieter life. After discovering an old, historic church, they saw the perfect opportunity to transform it into an open-air brewery and restaurant. They're now reaching out to the talented Design Me Devon to help bring their vision to life, blending rustic charm with modern design. Inspired by San Myshuno's vibrant bar scene, they want a space for communal seating, cozy dining nooks, and maybe some dancing, all while preserving the church's iconic stained glass windows and vaulted ceilings. They're excited to see how Design Me Devon can bring their vision to life, creating a one-of-a-kind destination for locals and tourists alike. Clara Elspeth have found investors and have no budget. They are also open to CC if Design Me Devon wants to. Well, Design Me Devon did want to. And I kind of changed a few things, including where the lot was. I didn't realize you couldn't have a restaurant on the Bluff lot in Windenburg. And I didn't change where it was until the very end. We actually moved over to Ravenwood and it looks really good there as well. So I hope you don't mind that. But I'm going to show you through Caramel's beautiful build before I go ahead and obviously renovate it. Now here is that beautiful build in question. I just love it. I love how you put all of the ruined pieces together, especially this view here. There's just something about this view that I really, really liked. I thought it was gorgeous, so I hardly changed any of that, including how great your landscaping skills were. Beautiful landscaping. I was very, very happy to see all of this gorgeous landscaping. I really was. But it's just a stunning build. And I think it looks so good on top of this area here in Ravenwood. I wish I moved it there straight away. It looks like there could have been an old ruin up here. I just think it fits very well. I really want to build some more in Ravenwood. I really do, especially in these areas because I've hardly touched them. But let's have a little look. We'll start down below. So this is the kind of bluff area, really. This is why it fit into Windenburg so well. And I did keep this pool. I actually made it a little bit shorter just so I could fit in a bar area downstairs. We actually put in a really nice bar area and I knock through here, get rid of this area and have it as a bit of a mezzanine moment with some stairs going down and then do like an open air kitchen up in this area. But yeah, love how this must took you so much time to stack out all of these candles and stuff. I still went very heavy on the candles when I got to renovating my bit, just because I really wanted it to have that churchy feel still. And what I did was almost put in like a glass skeleton into the build. So there's like, you only ever saw hints of the glass, mainly through the front area here, but then the glass kind of went through all of the archways. I kept all of the ruins as they were, like obviously you won't be able to touch them, This area here, like, predominantly stayed unchanged as well, but we actually put the main entrance into the restaurant up here. As I said, we put like an open air kitchen here with some seating overlooking the balcony area, and I do more seating in this area here. We put it just came together really nicely. It really did. And then down here we've got 2 toilets, which I did keep. And I put a door into one here so you can get through this way into this one. And then this one here, it's a bit like a Wetherspoons. If you've ever been to one in the UK, you have to walk about a mile to go to the toilet. But the toilet is downstairs for the restaurant patrons here. And I just loved it. Absolutely loved it. I really, really did. So congratulations to you on such a beautiful, magnificent build. It was stunning and I really enjoyed renovating it. I even kept all of the glass ceilings and stuff. We do actually shut in quite a bit, but still leave it very open-esque. And we just pretend that they've had new glass panels put on the roof areas as well, just so it looks a little bit fresher and it fit in with the kind of theme that I was going for, which was kind of using some rustic furniture pieces, but I also hit it with a lot of contemporary stuff to fit with the glass look that we actually go for. But yeah, I was very pleased with it. Thought it was gorgeous. So thank you so much once again for submitting this to my Design Me Devon hashtag. I loved it. I really did. Nothing left to say. Let's get on over into the speed build format now, and I'll show you how this all came about. Okay, so here we go. Did I just get through most of this speed build and then I realized I wasn't recording when I was speaking? Yes. Yes, I did. Thank God it's only a shorter kind of 11-minute speed build moment, because I was just like, Aiden, you're going to slap yourself. Anyway, here we are, the cleanup process. My favorite part, as we all know by now. But this is the area, as I said, where I put the bar area. So I wanted to clean everything out, including all of the green grass and stuff. We were enclosing this in, so it just didn't really make sense. But we end up putting in some tables and stuff down here. And I did see that people were coming to sit down here and eat as well. So nothing was lost, my loves. There are 2 toilets in this restaurant, but you've got one for the bottom level and then one for the top level. But the top level, you still have to walk down some stairs. A la Wetherspoons. I think we've all been there if you do indeed live in the UK. So in the beginning, I was going to keep a lot of this furniture, but I ended up getting rid of most of it, to be honest with you, because I wanted to hit it with some rustic furniture and also some contemporary furniture. It just really wasn't making sense. So I ended up getting rid of it. This is where I noticed that it was a foundation below, and I got rid of that and made it into 2 rooms instead, just so we can really vibe out. And this is me going ahead and putting in the glass skeleton, that's what we're calling it, into this building so it nestles into this ruin, and I didn't have to touch any of the ruins. I did have to get rid of the platforms and stuff in here. I just wanted it both on 2 levels, both medium height walls, just to simplify things a little bit. And in the end, it did work. It really did. As soon as I enclose this in, though, you'll see it in just a second, a lot of the ruins went darker from the outside. I did have to go outside and shuffle them out a little bit just so everything fit in here quite nicely. But because of all the arches and stuff in here and the glass, it still feels enclosed, but you still feel like you're outside and stuff. You can still see all the views. The lighting is great because it kind of just flows through. It was just good. It was good as far as I'm concerned. It really was. I would go and eat here. I really would. I would imagine this place being quite expensive to eat. I would imagine it was like all organic food, locally sourced ingredients from everywhere. And yeah, that was the kind of vibe I kind of had for it. I kept a couple of the windows in place of those arches, but I do get rid of a few things. Just so the glass could really have its moment. And I really think it did. I think it had its absolute moment with this place, and I was very happy. Very happy indeed. But yeah, what am I doing here? Putting in some pillars. This is where we end up doing that open air kitchen. I'll talk you through that in just a second once we get to actually doing it. But this was just me going around and shutting everything in. Now, I didn't want to get rid of the outside lighting, so I left a little square somewhere where you still get the outside lighting coming in. I just think it looked a bit better with the outside lighting. It just had a bit more of a paler kind of tone to it. So that's the way I went down with it, really. This is me putting in that mezzanine going down into the bar area. and I get some stairs in, wrap them around this way. But I was just happy with this because of how fast it came together. I didn't want to do anything with the outside build apart from putting in that glass skeleton. I know I keep saying that for some reason, but in my head, that is what all I was thinking when I was building this. I was like, it's like a glass skeleton. And yeah, so I didn't have too much to do really. This is me testing out all of the new roof, the glass. I end up going for a bit more of a wider bar with it, just so it flowed through, but made it look a bit fresher. These trees here are from Max 20. They're just nice cypress trees in these plant pots. Because this still looked like a ruin from the outside, I wanted it to have some kind of look to it where it looks like it's been looked after. So having some potted trees put around it kind of give it a little bit more of a pizzazz. Made it feel like someone's here looking after it and making it look pretty. And I just thought that was a nice little vibe there, to be honest. But we end up putting the front entrance here. You obviously saw me put in the slidey doors. Those are from Harry's Clean collection. We do one at the bottom, one at the top, and there's also, well, that's an entrance there, and an entrance to the side. So a nice 3 entrance kind of vibe to it, which is what I really wanted, to be honest. And very happy. I was very happy with how this turned out, especially when I start putting in the furniture and stuff. This is some of the drama from Felixander. Those flaming torches just really kind of, I don't know, it made it look a little bit more churchy. It kind of gave it that vibe to me. Because if I ever walked into a church, I'd die in hellfire flame. Well, I've been into a lot of churches. I'm just being dramatic. But yeah, very nice. Put in some outside lighting as well, just to give the ruins a bit of a lift at night time and make it look really nice. I just think it worked out quite nicely. It really did. But yeah, lovely little, I love that door. I absolutely love that door. That's for, I think it's from the Castle Estate kit, isn't it? So I kept all of that original stuff in here. It just worked out really nicely. And this is where we get in and start doing the indoor furnishing now. So this is that open air kitchen that I was on about. This chef station is from Tuds. I can't remember the name of the custom content pack, but it's his kind, or their, I'm going to say their, it's their version of the dine out sort of stuff. It's just a lot more attractive than the chef station that's already in game. I don't like that one. It wasn't fitting with the aesthetics of this place. You saw me cover the front of it up. That's using Harry's Spoons sign with the in-game sign or the restaurant branding at the front of it, just so it kind of all blended together nicely. But yeah, I end up moving these olive trees a little bit into a completely different place, just because I wanted to get some seating and stuff behind there, and it was feeling a bit squashed. It really was. But I carry these lanterns through. These are from Felixander's Chateau collection, I do believe. Again, I wanted to hit it with some rustic churchy kind of vibes, but also, as we're doing now, putting in some rustic tables, but with some really nice contemporary chairs. And I think both of them are from Felixander as well. The little glass partition things you saw me putting up, I'm sure they are from Pierre Sim. And I just wanted a feeling of separation from the restaurant area to what is going to be the main entrance and host station. But still allow them to look through and see the view. Just having that there, I feel, just adds a little bit of separation, or a feeling of even. I end up putting these really nice like candelabras around, but I wanted a nice black accent. So I mix up the wooden ones with these black ones. And I just think it really gave the feeling of this being an old church. And I just think the black just added a bit of depth to this place because everything else was very light and bright. I just think the black just added something, a little anchor point of colour or contrast, shall we say. Using these glasses as well, just to make it look a little bit more decorative on the tables. I do believe those glasses are from Harry's Spoons collection. I do believe, I could be wrong, but I'm sure that it is. And then I go ahead and put in some 2-seater tables as well, just kind of like going all the way around where the open air kitchen is. But these have got really good views. I've put a lot of them up against the windows and stuff. So I would imagine these being a bit more of the exclusive, expensive tables, to be honest. Romantic, shall we say. But yeah, I just thought they flowed really nicely around there. They very much did. And I go ahead and put glasses in all of those as well. Oh, I just saw Kishin. So it's from Felix and Harry's Kishin 2.0, I think. Maybe. Could be wrong, but I'm sure that I saw that. But yeah, very nice. Again, I had such a good shell to work with. This didn't take me too long at all. I just really wanted to get my vision that I had in my head over, and I think I succeeded. I do like it. We're down into the bar area. So as you remember, this was like a brewery. Can't say that word as we know. So I used these wine holders from that Tuds collection that I was going on about, the dine out ones, because they're just great. And it almost looks like they make their own wine and source it in. I didn't want to get like the nectar maker and stuff in here. I just didn't want to go down that route, but make it look like it's a really fancy wine like bar down here. I just thought it was perfect. And then we go ahead and start decorating the pond a little bit. A little indoor pond. I end up putting in a few little like spots of greenery there because I just felt like it was missing slightly. So there's still natural light in here, so maybe it could grow. I don't know if it's realistic all that much, but I was happy with it. Yes, a few patrons do get in and have a swim, so it's a little bit weird when a couple of your Sims are eating and stuff and you just see someone swim past. Like, that was a bit odd, but you could just pretend you're on holiday by the pool bar, you know? But yeah, this build would work in quite a few of the worlds, I think. I really do think it would work in quite a few. Tartosa, it would look good as well. Windenburg, it looked great, obviously, but yeah, I wanted to go to Ravenwood, and here we are in Ravenwood. But again, more seating down here as well. I kept the whole kind of like pond and pool area, 2-seaters, and then the mezzanine open air area, I go for some more 4-seater tables. I was just vibing with it. Really was. I love the aesthetics of everything in here. Again, my favorite thing to do, mixing the old and new. Stupidly, I put the fireplace in the wrong spot. I do go ahead and put a door there because there is a toilet entrance over there, but you'll see me do that in just a second. But did want a fire in here. I thought it looked quite nice when the fire was on, when I was doing the video tour, when I was filming it. It just looked very nice indeed. Took me a while to get a configuration of tables that I liked down here. But in the end, I think what I do is, in fact, I don't remember what I do. Do I do 3 of these tables, or do I get rid of 1 and put in another 2 table? Yeah, we do. We put another 2 table over here. I just felt it was a little bit too squashed in here for this much of an exclusive place. You wouldn't want that, really. Not at all. So that's what I went ahead and did. But yeah, very nice. Again, it came together so easily because of the great shell that I was working with. And that doesn't mean to say that none of your shells are great. They're always great, whatever I work with. But this one it got me juices flowing, loves. It got me juices flowing, and I was able to do it quite well, to be honest. What am I doing here? Trying to find some wall lights to end up. Oh, I put in a couple of the candles. Yeah, just again, to give a churchy vibe. And then the toilet. I think we're going to be ending here any second now. So I'm going to say goodbye, and you're going to go and watch a video tour.